Thank you. A performance artist who goes by the name Reckless Ben walks a tightrope between LA's infamous graffiti towers last week. The city has earmarked nearly $4 million for security measures that include round-the-clock LAPD patrols. Those efforts did not deter Benjamin Schneider.
I look down and just see all the police cars, and I'm like, well, they're going to be up here soon. We got to walk back. And then I did it like 8 more times. There was like no escape. They called in extra cop cars to like try and catch us because I think they would make an example out of us probably.
The LAPD now says it is investigating this stunt for possible criminal charges. The abandoned skyscrapers drew overnight attention when graffiti artists started tagging them earlier this year.
LA Times columnist Gustavo Arellano first wrote about the towers back in February. He joins us now. Gustavo, can you believe we're still talking about this? What do you make of the fact that nothing has really changed and this guy seems to just be flaunting all the cops there?
That's the whole point. The fact that we have such a huge police presence there makes it a dare for all sorts of daredevils and other just rapscallions out there. I mean, he told my colleague, Harriet Ryan, that I did this because it was cool. So I think if you really want these acts to stop, you have to make this the uncoolest place in Los Angeles. So how do you do that? Maybe clone Rick Caruso and just make him walk around graffiti towers, and no one will be within 5 miles of that place. And me too. We're the 2 uncoolest people in LA.
Yeah, your column that Alex referenced in February, it was street art or vandalism. That was the big debate between ultimately you and Caruso, as it turned out. Will this incident, though, do you think change anything? Is it going to take someone actually dying for it to really affect change?
I mean, what else can be done? You have police officers right there. Are you going to call the National Guard? Are you going to just get more military, presence? People are still going to try to go in there. This has turned into a worldwide landmark for that subgenre of taggers, of performance artists, and all that. That's why I'm not kidding when I say make it a tourist attraction, make people sign liability waivers, so if they do fall to a grisly death, well, they couldn't say it wasn't coming. But that's the only way to do this, because as long as you make it illegal to go in there, and people are going to go in there. This is the thing. Even the legal process, trying to sell it off and get some responsible people to do something with this. This is a process that's going to take months to just resolve, and then years to actually make anything out of the ruins that we have here.
So your pal Rick Caruso, who you make fun of with this whole thing,
God bless the man.
His whole point was basically you need law and order. You need somebody to be in charge. You need something to happen. Of course, his properties, like the Grove, are pretty popular. You say they're uncool, but he's got $1 billion because he's got so many people coming in, and we don't see a lot of crime or problems at places like the Grove and the Common and the Promenade and all these other places. What's he doing right that they're not doing here?
Being popular is not the same thing as being cool.
Okay.
I mean, Caruso's Grove, yes, it is a model operation of making sure that things are not, no hair is left untouched. Disneyland, the same way. Disneyland's definitely not cool. It's probably one of the most popular amusement parks in the United States, if not the world. So you have to basically turn your enterprises into a police state. Do we really want that in Los Angeles? Of course, a lot of people are saying, yes, do so. But that's all it is. Like, look, okay, give it to Caruso then. Give it to his security team. I wouldn't doubt him trying to, making it happen, but that's not going to happen. So we have to be realistic. If you have police officers there, more people are going to try to jump over those fences like this. What did he call himself? Regretful Ben or whatever?
Reckless.
Like, my God, these people are going to come from across the world to do that.
Wait, did you say that Disneyland isn't cool?
It's not cool at all.
Oh,
What, are you a Disney nerd, Marla? Come on. I thought you were cooler than that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, Reckless Ben said that he basically just walked by the cops and that they were on their phone in their vehicles. So there's issue probably number one, that they need to be alert and paying attention if this is true, in fact, what he said. The other interesting point here is that this is Kevin De Leon's district. We just had a story about him. He's out there in his district, and he's trying to help the homeless out there. He was out front on this issue. You think of Kevin De Leon, you think of the scandal that he has certainly seemed to have survived. Your thoughts?
You want me to trash Kevin? For once, I will not. We're cool right now. The last time I asked for a comment, he actually commented via email. It's cool. But look, what can Kevin do? He has tried in his own way to do something about it. He's not going to buy the building. He's not going to use his discretionary funds to, to try to do more things with it. Hey, maybe he'll do one of his mailers where he puts his logo on there and pass it around and say, look, I'm trying to do something. Pass it to all his constituents as he faces a very tough re-election campaign. There. I win.
So, Gustavo Arellano, not cool to trash Kevin De Leon, but happy to trash Rick Caruso. That's the state of where Gustavo is these days. And trash Disneyland.
And by the way, even with that said, I will officially congratulate you on your LA Press Club nomination, Gustavo.
Oh, gracias, gracias. Thank you.
Yeah, well deserved. Always a great conversation.
Yeah.
Gustavo Arellano. Of course, you can read him at latimes.com. Thanks so much for coming on.